What do you think about people having communion at weddings?
I think it is liturgically inept. So if I were officiating at a wedding and the couple said we would like to have communion there, I would say, no, we're not going to do that. And they said, but we really like to. It'd be a special moment between the two of us. I'd say, yeah, but that's not what communion is. Communion is an action of the church. The church is coming together, and it's the entire body participates. So to have a room full of Christians and two people taking communion in a room full of Christians, that's not communion, that's anti-communion. Now,
where does it come from?
Well, I think it comes from the Mass. I think it comes from the Roman Catholic practice, where the bride and groom would receive the host, and everything. I think that's probably where it originated. But and here's another thing. I routinely in my pre-marriage counseling, I tell the couple that this is not a church event. I am here as a guest. As a minister, I am here to solemnify the proceedings and to be a witness to the oath. But I'm a guest. This is a family. This is a function of family governments. Two families coming together. I am a witness on behalf of the church, and as it also happens, I'm deputized by the state to fill out the marriage license, and so the state has a representative witness there, but it's not my event. So I usually say this when I ask them, do you have any druthers on what you'd like the homily to be about and stuff? So I don't, I said, if you came and said, next Sunday I want you to preach on this at church, I'd say, well, that's not your call. I answer to the elders on this, and you're not the elders. But at this event, I'm more than happy to function within your parameters. Do you want 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs? Do you want a 10-minute homily? Do you want a 5-minute homily? I'm your servant. There. If you bring communion in, that makes it a service of the church. Right? And if it's a service to the church, everybody gets it. Every baptized Christian.
Let's say somebody wanted to swallow the reductio and say, okay, let's make it a church service, communion for everybody, and this is a church service with a wedding in the middle.
Okay. I think that's lawful. Yeah. In fact, in the Reformation, that's how they used to do it. The bride and groom would come down. It'd be like a new member coming in, or a baptism, an occasional thing. But it would be just a 5-minute part of the service. The bride and groom would come down, exchange vows. If that's what you want.
But does that violate what you were saying earlier, that this isn't the churches, this is the families?
No, it just makes the church as the church as the witness would be there in Mass, more formally. But I'd still say the vows being exchanged are between two individuals coming from two different families, forming their own family by covenant. That it still remains that.
Good.